that we sort of include as a wrap up, and if we wanted to have just a moment of discussion on, wanted to talk amongst yourselves and looking at, given everything you've heard that's been presented, of any priorities that you see. Obviously, for me, the big one that stands out is the wastewater treatment plant expansion and the funding, trying to get whatever funding we can get to help pay for that. That's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a point that I think there's a priority that we should be laying on ourselves of just really looking for funding. Getting into taking, I think we should be hitting them as hard as we can. Obviously with that, guidance from both, Jay, Zach, and the lobbyists looking for where funds, how to target them is critical. But I think, in the past, I'm not sure we did Washington once last year. I think we did Raleigh at least twice, but I'd really like to see all those things increase. Not necessarily going to Washington, but getting our representatives and senator here. We talked about that already. Our evaluation of how critical things are. It'd be nice to have money in our pocket, or at least a vehicle for getting it, and all of a sudden things that seems far out there won't be that far out there. Maybe it's my 2 cents.
Drew Moretz, from the state standpoint, and we talk about that first. The state coffers are in really good shape right now. And there are some tax cuts coming. There's some other things that the legislature has set in place that's going to make it hard. Let me put it this way. There's a great opportunity for grant money in this cycle, maybe next year, but that's probably going to be going away to a degree. So we need to jump on this and act and do what we can now. So, I mean, I think we need to consider requesting money for the beach renourishment projects from the state. I think we need to go after grant money for the wastewater treatment plant project from the state. I think, I know, hearing Chris talk yesterday about, the Old Baldy Foundation looking to get grant money for their campus expansion. What can we do to support that? Can we do anything to help and support that effort? It's not our money. We're not the ones getting the money, but if we could support somehow, whoever needs to know that the village is behind that effort.
We have to, I think we have to be a little bit careful with that, just because we got a lot of entities across here that.
Yep.
And we've only got so much staff to take care of that stuff.
Fair enough. And from a public safety standpoint, Josh, I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't really hear what you
want.
You didn't have a wish list, so that.
Well, that's something. I should have had recognized that in terms of capital, and we've got the 1.78 million. So getting a ladder truck, 2 ambulances, and a fire pumper engine truck, and the 2 QRVs. So
we've got a lot there in the last year.
Yeah, but you've got some stuff that the ongoing replacement stuff. That's all. That's nothing much.
We got some things we've discussed as an example with this building. There's some repairs to flooring, little stuff like that. But
we recognize the amount of money we've gotten. So our main goal is the foundation of public safety. So it's not a lot of money. And I meant to say during that with the North Carolina Law Enforcement Accreditation, once we do that step 1, that review, the state is giving grants to the departments to get accredited, a $40,000 grant to have somebody come in and help you do those policies to meet those standards. So we have that option as well.
Oh, that's good. And I assume that those policies will help inform your internal policies too, right? To some extent.
I mean, one takeaway from this whole retreat, I got immense confidence that you guys are doing good. I mean, in terms of your approach to how you're handling things and there is a back to basics, but a real serious structuring, interweaving of all the departments and it lends some freedom to the council to be looking at more abstract levels. So it's like, okay, so the 2025 and in general conversations around the community, what do we want our community to be like? And then how can we translate that into outrageous structure that people are presenting to us, so I think that's, in terms of priority, I think there's conversations and communications with the community to really hone in on something that is obviously going to keep on changing forever, but make sure that that walk is the same as our walk, structurally in the village. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this guy?
No, as you're saying that, I'm just sitting there thinking how far you and your staff have come.
In a very short period of time.
years
Yeah,
In terms of strategic thinking,
yeah.
long
Very
range
much so.
planning, organizational excellence. I mean,
And it's not just one department, it's like all of it.
right.
It's been great.
Well, I will have to say that I appreciate all the work of the department heads, but for me, as long as I've been here, I really feel like right now I have what I would call the A team at our level of professionalism and what they know is far exceeds, and it's nothing to say for those that came up before. But with every organization, we grow, we get better at what we do and how we do it. That is a product of the folks sitting behind me. So
Teamwork's self-evident. You guys are doing a nice job.
Oh, it's-
Yeah. And it allows you to think more strategically. I can think all the times we were asking you to do something, you're sitting there putting out operational fires. Right? Yeah. Think you're in good place.
So in general, it's kind of nice to be on council, kind of exciting. And- Good. We want to take a break for lunch? And we're trying to get back here by
1:30, right?
30.
Oh, 1:30? Good.
You need to adjourn the meeting, ask
Oh.
for adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Perfect.
All in favor?
Aye.
Here we go. Thank you, Darcy.